Hey guys, I'm Marylou.
I'm Alne.
And we are part of Career Worship, and we just wanted to give you a little background story of how we wrote our song Wilderness. So, I guess, where should I start?
I guess the verse, because that's where it started off.
Yeah, so when we wrote it, we had, our stories and our testimony in mind, and it talks about how in the silence, God hears you. In your hurt, he heals you. In the chaos, he is the calm. And I think especially for us and how God kind of came into our lives, it was in the people and the things that surrounded us. And in the mundane and the things that we didn't even notice were shaping us and building this relationship with God.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is Marylou brought this verse to me. She didn't have anything else in mind. And she was like, Alne, what should we do with this? I just got inspired. We got inspired by the verse Isaiah 43, verse 19. And it talks about God coming to us in the wilderness and bringing like streams of life into the desert and a wasteland.
Similar to that, also in Deuteronomy, that was another verse, 32:10, that really spoke out to us about how God, even in the wilderness and in the chaos, he is there and he is our calm and he is our constant. And so we had those verses kind of in mind to help us as we wrote. But yeah, as I brought the first verse to Alne, I thought, what do you think of this? What are your ideas?
Yeah, so
she pulled out her guitar and then she's like, hold up, let me try something.
So we came up with, your water flows through desert storms. In wilderness you guide me. When fear takes hold, you take control. Your love surrounds me.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like, how did this relate to our story? Marylou and I, everyone, I think, has these moments where they feel like they're in the desert. They feel just broken and tired and exhausted. And suddenly God comes and there's just some breakthrough about it,
I think it's also like a lot of the times you question, like, where is God in this? Why isn't, like, he's not doing anything, like, I'm not getting what I'm asking for. And you don't realize that he's working and he's building and he's creating and he's making things and using them for good for you and for your story. And in the moment, it feels like you're in the wilderness. It feels like you're lost. It feels like you're in the desert with no water. But, God constantly flows in your life. And a lot of the times we take it for granted or we don't even realize it's there.
Yeah. And in the pre-chorus, it's like pivotal as well. Like, everyone has a moment in their life where they're like, we give it all to you, God. Once broken, now made whole. All glory goes to you, God. With you, I'm not alone. That's like the realization, like, hey, God, like, I give this all to you. And I don't know where this is going to take me, but just use this. This is all I have,
And I think the crazy part about this song is that we wrote it, I want to say about exactly a year ago. And, we wrote it with the intention that it was for us and it was explaining how, we came to go know God and everything. And it actually speaks into the season that we all kind of find ourselves in terms of being in isolation, you know what I mean? And physically being alone and knowing that, what, God, I give it all to you. I don't know what's going to happen in a month or in 6 months, but I trust you and you're going to guide me through this.
2020 has kind of been the wilderness, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's crazy that this song has taken on so many different platforms, like a Testo, Creole live streams, even just at home and sharing it with friends. It's been a song that, like, a lot of people have resonated with, and you realize, we aren't alone. Other people are going through this. You might be listening right now and be in this similar season, and we just want to encourage you and tell you that, God is always with you and he's always thinking of you and he's for you.
Yeah.
And we really hope you enjoy this song and that it speaks into your heart.
Yeah, and we're just thankful for everyone who's poured into the song. We never would have known.
No, yeah.
It would have gotten to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just thankful for everyone who's poured in all their time and effort, and just the work into this is just incredible.
Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the story behind Wilderness. And make sure to go and check it out on the platforms that it will be available on. And we will see you guys soon.